Have you ever been in a situation when you were really looking forward to buying something only, once obtained, to get used to it quickly and start wishing for something shinier, bigger, more expensive? Isn't it a vicious circle that never stops? Clothes, phones, cars, houses, or things for your hobbies? You spend more and more money, but still want more things. After watching this video, you'll know how you can stop this pattern, save money, and enjoy life. Many people think things will make them happy, but what happens in reality? Wanting and buying more things leads to overspending, not having enough savings and investments. And what happens when people get a pay rise or windfall? They often spend it on new items signifying a higher status. 47% of people earning over $100,000 in the USA are living paycheck to paycheck. You can find out more about this lifestyle creep in our financial mistakes to avoid video. Why do people overestimate the happiness they will get from a material purchase? The answer is that the things we buy stop being exciting rather quickly. Material things are static. They don't change, and as a result, we get used to them and get bored of them. You might say to this, but I want to enjoy my purchases and my life, not be in the permanent race to buy more and more. What do I do? There are several intentional approaches that stop a cycle of increased spending. You may prefer to use some of them, all of them, or vary depending on situation. 4 years ago, Pete moved from a dark, small rented house in an urban area to a newly built, bright house near the river. Now, Pete would like to move to a bigger house with a swimming pool. He knows he doesn't really need another house. He's just very used to his current one and bored of it. To stop craving for a new house, Pete imagines that he's never had a new house and kept living in the dark rental property all these years. This approach is called negative visualization. When Pete remembers his previous property, he sees the benefits of his current house more clearly, how much he actually likes it, and the idea of buying a more expensive house is forgotten. Moreover, Pete is calculating the returns he can get from not paying the higher mortgage and investing the difference. Thinking about how things could have been highlights in a positive light what you have now and reduces a desire to buy new, especially if you think of other ways to spend your hard-earned money. Or imagine that this is the last day of having your car. Tomorrow you'll have to use public transport or walk long distances. Will it make you appreciate your current car more? Thinking about losing something is a great way of putting your attention on it and appreciating it more. This is the last day technique, and it can even be applied if you imagine this is your last day here. Would you care about buying new things? And this brings us to the next point. Gratitude. Do not take things for granted. Be grateful for what you have. Do not be complacent. Gratitude improves mood and helps to disregard negatives. You feel thankful for what you already have. It is linked to savoring, paying attention to what you have. Pete, instead of thinking, I want another car, focuses on his current car, remembers when he first bought it and loved it. Pete realizes, I love this car. I was so happy when I bought it. It's still beautiful, safe, and efficient. I don't really need a new car. Be in the present moment. Enjoy and savor what you have. You can add nostalgic, cozy feelings to your things. I love this jacket. It reminds me of great times. I find comfort in it. Another approach is interrupted consumption. Pause and split your consumption. Pete likes to fish. He doesn't use all of his fishing gear. He splits it and changes it day to day. This gives him an impression that he has a lot of gear and reduces his desire to buy new tackle. Avoid social comparison. Just because someone shows that they have more expensive things doesn't mean that they are happy or have a great life. They probably struggle with the same vicious circle of wanting shinier items. Reduce consumption of social media, TV, magazines that make your life feel inadequate. Another way to look at it is from the status perspective. Are you buying expensive branded things to impress others? But do you actually admire people who have shiny sports cars or branded items? Do you even think about them? So can you make others admire you by buying expensive things? Something to think about when considering next purchases. Gratitude helps with social comparison. If you think about the things you are grateful for, you can't focus on things of others and be envious. You just don't have enough attention bandwidth. Shift your perspective to things that are free or do not cost a lot. A cup of coffee, a brisk walk outside, hugging a loved one. If you want to buy something new, wait several weeks and assess if you still want to buy it. Most likely, you won't remember this item, and if you do, evaluate why you need to purchase it. In our next video, we'll cover what you should spend your money on to improve the quality of your life. Stay tuned and subscribe to watch our next video. Remember, just because there's a new model of something, it doesn't mean that it will make your life better. Save and play this video each time you're about to make a purchase. Use the approaches we've discussed to fight temptation. If you'd like to learn how to move from being an average earner to a millionaire, check out our video about this journey. And if you'd like to learn frugal living and wellness tips, you'll love our video about how not to spend money on well-being. Subscribe for more content on your path to a healthier and wealthier you. Good luck!